I mean, here we are. I mean, we're not in a traditional, particularly any kind of church. We are a group of people that come together that love God and know that God has many, many paths and many, many faces. What does Easter mean to you? Like, for what purpose come here on Easter Sunday? For what purpose? What do you think?
Live life anew.
Live life anew. So the reason you came today, Mom, was because?
I don't know, just to start again.
Start again. Gives a feeling of renewal, starting over. Why else? Why did you guys come here today? Why come to a place like this and do a beautiful ceremony like this on Easter Sunday?
Be with our family.
Be with our family.
Our spiritual family.
Yes, absolutely. Only one I know.
To experience the love of God.
To experience the love of God. And what is it that makes Easter, and like Christmas, but we'll talk about Easter today. What is it that makes Easter tug on us a little bit? Yes, Ginger.
That Christ is risen and we have a chance to begin again, a new start, a new reflection, a new healing.
Beautiful.
Of ourselves and presence and things could be a different path.
Perfect.
For us.
That's perfect. What else? What do you guys think over there? For what purpose celebrate this day? Why are you here?
Letting go of the old and welcoming the new.
Yeah, you're all kind of saying the same thing, aren't you?
It reminds me who and whose I am.
Who and whose I am. That's very beautiful. Good devotee. Good devotee. Well, Easter has many, many meanings, but the current and most deep meaning is about the Holy Comforter. Yes, right? The Holy Comforter. We're speaking in tongues. Amen. Amen.
Get the translation.
You have the translation?
I do.
What is it?
Seek the truth within your own hearts, my children, for it is within your heart that you will find that which you are seeking, and you always have known it. It is the truth that sets you free. It is the truth that brings you peace and joy and love from your Father in heaven.
And so it is.
So it is.
So the idea of the Holy Comforter, when you think about some of the great faces that we look at, you know, Jesus today, we are certainly honoring the Christ consciousness. And Yogananda, Paramahansa Yogananda, has an amazing 2-volume book about the second coming of Christ consciousness. And he talks a lot about the Holy Comforter being that place in us when we are at our most vulnerable, when we are fearful or afraid or unsure or uncomfortable. What is it that makes us feel the best? What helps us the most? What word would you use?
Love.
Love? What else? Hope. So hope precedes trust, and trust precedes faith. So first we must master hope, shall we not? Because what happens if we lose hope? We as human beings, spirits having a human experience, what happens if we lose hope? To us individually. I mean, I don't stand up here and talk. We're having a conversation. So what is it that helps us when we lose hope? What happens there? What happens to us? We wither. We what?
We die.
It gets dark. We die. We what?
Bottom out.
We bottom out. What else?
Spend some time in hell.
But yeah, we kind of create our own hell, don't we? What was it back there?
Stop trying.
Stop trying. We give up. The 2 worst words in the English language. Give up. It's the worst thing we can do. Because when we give up, we are then saying we do not have trust. And if we do not have trust, then we cannot have faith. And if we don't have faith, then we cannot experience the blessing of the Holy Comforter that comes when that part inside of us rises up and says, no matter what the appearance, no matter how dark or dismal or difficult or frightening this appearance looks, I have hope. Say, I have hope.
I have hope.
So what do you have hope in? Let's heal things today. It's a very powerful day. This is the day when most people on the planet are thinking about Christ consciousness. Oh, I should say in the West, for sure. Thinking about Christ consciousness. What are you hoping for? Shout it out. What are you hoping for?
Peace.
Peace. What else?
Good health.
Good health. What else?
Trust.
Trust. What else?
Praise.
A martini? Libby? Was that you? Must have been Libby that said martini. I'm just sure of it now. What was it? I don't think it was martini. What was it?
I'm with Libby.
I know. We're all going to go with Libby now. What was it? What is it that sounded like martini?
She's got the spiritual martini.
Harmony.
Harmony! Harmony! That's really good. What else do you? Shout out. What is it you have hope for?
Prosperity.
Prosperity! Purpose!
Devotion.
Devotion! What else?
Eyesight.
Eyesight, to be able to see. And you know what's so amazing? Is that I bet you can see right here. I bet you can see with your heart. Yes, I can feel it. I can feel it from you.
I can see you.
Well, I feel you see me. I can feel that you see me. You see me from the inside out. There's no greater vision than that. Yes? And yes, as we open our eyes to look around us and not focus on appearances that we say we don't want. If there is a health issue, a financial issue, if there is a relationship issue or some kind of a career or job issue and we are struggling with it, what's going to happen if we keep focusing on it?
We get it.
We keep creating it in itself, out of itself, of itself. The Holy Comforter is a very simple idea. It is just hope. To have hope that something better is trying to happen. Do you believe that's possible? How many times have you guys been in those situations that felt hopeless? Time goes by, you turn around, you look back on that time and think, oh, well, I'm glad that happened or I wouldn't be where I am. How many? So can I ask you then today to take that hope and put it on your altar of your truth? Because that hope is the fuel that drives us up in consciousness. It is that hope that brings us to a place of manifestation, of change, of trust. And once we can trust, once we're at the place where the hope now has morphed into trust, I trust that I was created in the image and likeness of unconditional love. I trust that I have a wealthy Father. I trust that everybody is here because each of us wants the same thing. I trust that we are all a reflection of each other's greatest selves. I trust that something better, something grander is in the process, right as we speak, right now, that is specialized just for you. Just for you. Because you are the light of the world. How can you be the light of the world and not have hope? You are the light. You travel at the speed of light in thought. Your very thought is the speed of light. So when we take a look at the Holy Comforter, you think of, let's talk about Amachi. How many people know who Amachi is? What do we know her as? The what? The hugging saint. And for those of us that had the honor and the beauty of being in her presence and feeling that hug, it wasn't just a, hey, how's it going, man? High five. There was something to that hug, wasn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Something most of us cannot even articulate. And we got to do it a couple of times. So I was like, did I dream that? No, went back up, felt it again. That is the Holy Comforter coming through her. She is simply channeling. All she's doing is channeling Christ's consciousness, unconditional love. How about John of God in Brazil? And who knows who John of God is? Well, what John does is he channels unconditional love and is able to heal those. But you know what's interesting? He doesn't heal everybody.
No.
Isn't that interesting? He only heals, guess who?
Those who are with him.
Those who believe.
That they can be healed.
That's right. So the John of God, he channels the Holy Comforter by reaching into people and removing anything that is less than God. How about Mahatma Gandhi? How about him? He channeled the Holy Comforter through his jnana, which is Sanskrit for wisdom. He stood in his wisdom and he said, I will be at peace and no one shall take that from me. Not anybody. And held that peace. What was he doing? Channeling the Holy Comforter, channeling the Christ consciousness or the Krishna consciousness, the God consciousness. How about people like Mother Teresa or St. Francis, or how about people on our days right now? How about the person sitting next to you?
True.
They are channeling, you are channeling, I am channeling. Anytime we choose love, we are channeling the very same essence of the Holy Comforter. No different. The difference would only be in your ability to believe in that faith and that hope. To know that anytime you need to be comforted, all you have to do is sing, hug somebody, go out and listen to the birds, look at the beauty outside, call somebody that you love very much and tell them why you do. That's my challenge. That's my Easter basket for you this year. I have a little Easter basket for each of you. And inside the basket there are 3 names. And only you know who they are. And there are 3 names in your basket. And should you choose to, call your 3 names and tell them what they mean to you. For no reason. Just call them and tell them what they mean to you. You know what's going to happen to you? Want to take a guess? What would happen if you were to receive a call from somebody and they said, hi, I just wanted to tell you, Kath, I have no reason for this, but I just want you to know that my life would be so different without you in it. And you have brought so much joy and so much goodness to me and my whole community, and I can't imagine my life without you in it. You have a beautiful day. Bye-bye. How would you feel?
One relief.
Then give it. Give it. How many people want more love in their life? Who wants more love? Oh, easy recipe. Give it. Just give it. And remember, it shows up in our behaviors. When we can be loving, even when other people are not, you get kudo points for that. When you stay at peace and you stay in love when others are not, you get a bonus round, man. You get boosted up in consciousness. Today, this Holy Comforter is a beautiful ancient ceremony. It's a combination of many ceremonies. It's a combination of the roses. You notice all Reverend Patricia and Lorraine and so many people, Ron, so many people, I can't name them all, but all raided their gardens, you see? They raided their gardens and they decorated this place in honor of roses. Master, or Yogananda said, that the reason roses or gardenias or all the fragrant, beautiful flowers, daphnes, those are fragrances, those are little whispers of God to us. Little reminders, little thank yous to us. Here you go, enjoy. Beauty and smell that brings a sense of hope and peace and renewal, which is what spring is about. So as we move forward in the service today, the roses actually predate the days of Christ. They go way back in history, back before pagans, even before that, where roses were spread all over the altars and all over the temple because it was believed that roses brought blessings to the temple. So these are metaphoric and symbolic, and if you should so believe, you are walking on holy ground. Did you know that? You are all walking on holy ground. And so what we do is we have you come up and think about what part of you are you ready to let die away. And I'm gonna ask some of you to be courageous and let me know. I just want to know. I don't want a long thing because we have a beautiful service to give. I don't want to rob anybody of that. But what is it that you would like to let die to the old before you have something born again in the holy instant? What is it?
Anger.
Anger. Bye-bye anger.
Every part of victimhood.
All victimhood. We want to die to victimhood because it serves nobody. Jodine.
Being critical of others.
critical, being critical of others or criticized, all that does is tear down, doesn't it? Tears down. What else? Yes, Jason, my love. Selfishness. Let it die away. It's just an illusion. What else? Ellen. Fear and worry. Let it die away because all it does is create itself out of itself. What else? Yes, Joaquin. Negative patterns. Yes, and give me an example of a negative pattern. Thinking a negative thought towards another or anything in that realm. Yes. How about this side of the room? What do you want to get rid of? Avenel.
Resistance to my highest good.
Resistance to being your magnificent, whole, and holy self. Yes, Adam.
I'd like to get rid of any distractions that no longer serve.
Yes, those distractions are very much the story of Jesus is on the mountaintop and he knows that he is just the light of the world. And what comes in front of him? A big distraction in the form of what's named Satan or the devil. And he shows up and he says to Jesus, I will give you everything if you will just worship me. And Jesus says to him, get behind me, for you are not real. Yeah? So every time you have a distraction, all you have to do is go like this. That's all you have to do. If people go, what are you doing? It's like, I got it. I'm just getting this or you behind me. Yeah? Getting it behind me. What else over here? Yes?
It's a lack.
Lack. Any idea of like how I mean, that's the thing, is how you and I could question our worth. You know, isn't it wild how we could question our worth? Do you actually think your parents created you? Really?
Somewhat.
They played a part. They certainly they were there. That's right, Gary. They were there. They were open channels for sure. But I don't think our parents gave us life force, gave us spirit. They gave us a channel for that. They gave us a way to do that, and they gave us their gifts of that. But God, this idea of God or spirit or whatever you want to call it, this beautiful holiness and wholeness of this magnificent image and likeness, how could any of us question our worth? I remind you all the time that money grows on trees. It's made out of paper. It really does. And you know, diamonds and emeralds and rubies, if you dig far enough, they're in the creeks, they're in the lakes, they're deep in the rock. Go be a mountaineer, you'll find some diamonds. Yeah? But it's our belief system that says, oh, well, I don't have it, therefore I am not worth it. That is the big lie, the big false God. Yes? We were created out of perfect joy and love and abundance and all that is beautiful in the world. You and I are created in that. So today when you come up to this beautiful stage, this altar, we're going to have you, we're going to do row by row, and we're going to be playing on the CD player these gorgeous chants. And what we recommend that you do, and we ask that you do, is you please not talk, because people are up here having life-changing experiences. We get hundreds of emails every year, or sometimes just ridiculous amounts, of people saying what happens to them when they do these services like this, because they genuinely go deep. So we want to support those people. So when you're sitting in the audience, just chant the song that you're hearing. It's very easy. You can hum, you can chant, you can sit quietly and meditate. Just enjoy the peace that passeth all need of understanding. For now you shall have it. And you can watch, if you choose, as people come up and they go to the water bowls. There are rose petals and rose oil in the water. And what we will be doing is Adam and Dean will be assisting on on the side of the person up there, representing washing the feet, that Jesus washed the feet. So what Adam and Dean will be doing is drying your hands. So when you submerge your hands in the rose water, what do you want to be thinking about? You are what? Washing away all that doesn't serve you. Wash it away. All right? Then they'll dry your hands and they'll guide you toward one of the reverends here, one of the ordained reverends. And then what we will do is you'll stand with your arms like this, and we will give you a beautiful touch to your heart and to your spiritual eye. And whatever comes through, a quick little 10, 15 second loving message comes through, we will give it to you and say you are free, and then you walk back to your seat and meditate or chant. It's a pretty simple? We got this one? Okay. It's a beautiful, beautiful time to just sing, and really go deep, deep in this opportunity. Because we've had many people say this was a turning point for them in their lives. And when you put your hands into the water, even if you're a little skeptical or cynical, do it anyway. Really believe that you are washing away that which does not serve you. And when you come up to one of the reverends, we will totally see the light and the love of Christ consciousness in you. That's why we touch the heart, the Christ center. Good? Why don't you go ahead and start the music? And our reverends are Reverend Patricia, Reverend Karen Grace. Adam and Dean are at each side with towels. And